fun that you don't want to miss. Are you ready to add some spice to your life? Hell yeah, you are. And I am ready to please you. Spicy Conversations, SME After Dark.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Throwback Thursday, 2010. Shouts out and good morning to all of the Stewies. I keep saying good morning, but cats listen to this show all over the world. We have probably just as many people that listen to the podcast, to the download. They download the show after the fact, as people that listen live. So cats are listening to the show, man, pretty much from the time it's done till the next morning when we start the next show. So I keep saying good morning to everybody, and that's true of the people here, in the East Coast, on the Eastern time zone. But cats in Budapest and Hungary and Iceland are listening to the show, man. Good afternoon, good night to you all. Sweet dreams. Yes, sir. We international, shawty. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewart.com. One thing I want to throw out there and tease is we are scheduled tomorrow to talk to the great Uncle Ruckus. That's right. You did hear what I said. I don't know why y'all cheering. Yeah, we actually heard, got to give creative credit, we actually heard Uncle Ruckus on and this is the same Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks TV show. We actually heard the great Uncle Ruckus on the Underground Railroad show, That Ninja, a.k.a. T show. And we man, this is great. We got to have this guy on. So tomorrow we're scheduled to talk to Uncle Ruckus. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Let me read this message. I wanted to read this message in the chat room. Excuse me. I wanted to read this message in the chat room on Spreaker.com because I didn't even think of this. And this tells you how big and how influential the media is. How many mind games that they play. This comes from a man, Juan Cruz. He says, I really feel bad for the kid in Florida. This is the kid that got eaten up pulled in the water by the alligator. He says, however, how come the media is not giving the same scrutiny to the family as they did to the gorilla family? Yeah. I never even thought about it. But you know what? To be honest with you, I never really thought about it as far as the gorilla mother either. I didn't. So my mind has always been from day one with both of these tragedies that it was just that. It was a tragedy. And that I don't believe that parents, purposely were negligent. Accidents happens, kids get away. So in both cases, I never thought to even 1 minute say it's the parents' fault. But you're right. I mean, we pretty much talked about the gorilla mom for 2 or 3 days around here, and the media was talking about it, and people were writing petitions. I haven't heard damn word about petitions for this kid that got killed down in Florida. Rest in peace. That's a very good point. Juan Cruz. From Grego, he says, Carl Douglas is the star of that show. We would have had mariachi bands out front. All right, so let me quickly talk a little bit about the O.J. Simpson Made in America Part 3 last night. I know a lot of you don't want to talk about it, but once again, this is what I do is I talk about interesting things around here. I'm an O.J. fan, and so really, to be honest with you, I can't get enough of this stuff. Last night, the main focus was the trial. They started talking about the trial, and we know everything that happened with the trial, but you got to hear a lot of behind-the-scene conversations from Marsha Clark. They didn't interview Christopher Darden. But they had Carl Douglas on. They had a couple of attorneys from both teams talking about the evidence, a couple of the policemen that investigated the murders from the very beginning. And this guy, Carl Douglas, man, he got on there, man. He kept it real, and anybody's kept it real for the first 3 episodes. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Outside of OJ's friend, the little chubby guy, OJ's friend, and told OJ, look, man, these people, they wouldn't even spit on us as if this was another day in time. But other than him, Carl Douglas just kept it real last night. There was this part, and if you aren't watching and you remember the trial back in the day, there was this part where basically the prosecution sent Christopher Darden, who's the black guy that had the real, bad eczema or whatever, bald-headed dude. The prosecution, when they started the case, they basically sent him out there as a fall guy, to make the argument that all the defense was going to try to do was make this about race. And I mean, man, when you go back and look at it, man, he went out there and he talked about how Johnny Cochran is just going to turn this thing into race, this, that, and the other, and it's going to be black versus white. And Johnny Cochran and the whole defense team are just sitting there looking at this dude like, are you serious? Like, they went there. Everybody talks about this race card, but the prosecution went there first. And if you aren't really thinking about it and paying attention, you would just fall under the media narrative and, Johnny Cochran played the race card. No! The whole theme, the whole narrative of race in this case was introduced by Christopher Darden at the very beginning. And so Carl Douglas, short, brown-skinned dude for the OJ team, they interviewed him a couple times last night. So when they showed this clip of Darden saying this, they went to a cutaway of Christopher or Carl Douglas. He said that he leaned over when this stuff was going on with Darden, when Darden was saying all these things. He leaned over to Johnny Cochran and said, now listen, if you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, we have a policy against cussing. So I'm about to cuss right now. If you need to turn your radio down, you need to turn it down for 10 seconds, okay? Carl Douglas reached over to Johnny Cochran and said, is this nigga crazy? Like, he couldn't believe, and the defense team couldn't believe that they went there. And I guess they were trying to get on the offense or whatever, man, on the offensive or whatever, but it was bad. And to go back and look back at it, you like, really? And Johnny Cochran, old smooth-ass pimp Johnny Cochran, he jumps up and he gets in kind of like a retort to what Darden had just said. He gets up there and is like, I am shocked. I am appalled. I am totally offended that the prosecution would come out with some type of defense and talk about race. We have never talked about race. This is not about race. And he was so distinct and so succinct in what he was saying, man. And basically, it made Darden and the prosecution look like fools. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, Johnny Cochran's so smooth, and he just like, I can't believe this. They are much better than this. I can't believe they stepped or stooped to this level. And I mean, he just absolutely killed him. So it really kind of set the tone and put the prosecution in a bad light. And the other big thing that came out of that last night, man, that I watched it, I actually tweeted about this. And I want to get your thoughts if you have any. But when they were taking O.J. away after the Bronco chase, chase, and they had him in the backseat of the car, they testified that O.J. was just shocked at how many people were out there, watching him. Even though these people were cheering from him, he was shocked. Like, O.J. was stunned, like, I can't believe all of these people are out here. And the quote that he used, this is a quote. Once again, I'm about to cuss again. So if you're in your office and you got the radio up, you need to turn the radio down for 1 second. O.J. in the back of the car, headed to the police department, looked around and was like, what all these niggas doing in Brentwood? Yes! This man said, what are all these ninjas doing in Brentwood? And the way they told the story, and the particular person who told that story, he didn't say it like O.J. was joking or being facetious. And I imagine at that point in the trial and all of the seriousness of the situation, he wouldn't be funny or joking. Like, he was appalled that all these black people were in his neighborhood. Not just black people, ninjas were in his neighborhood. Absolutely shocking stuff, man. Absolutely shocking stuff, man. And I tell you what, it's incredible to look back at the once again the climate of L.A. The fact that this really was the first thing that really started the whole phenomenon of TV trials for the most part. Just incredible stuff to watch, man. 21 years after the fact. If you got any thoughts on it, man, hit me up in the chat room on Spreaker.com, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back from the break, we talk a little birthdays. There's only one birthday today we're really going to discuss. And then I got some news on that particular individual as well. And we'll jump back into the chat room on Spreaker.com. Incredible stuff. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
Coming straight from the A.
Kick it with your boy Kesey at www.kesey.com. His show covers some of the realest issues trending today. He'll keep you locked in from the first listen. You can find him online on his mobile app or at kysii.com, xsquadaffiliates.com, iTunes, Google Play, and especially on the SME Network on Tuesdays at noon. You don't want to miss it.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at Smooth